Hello and welcome to episode 1 of It's Just Not Any Other Talk Show podcast presented by KLE Konnect, and I am your host Saakshi Lele. We are in conversation with Mr. Sandeep Lodaya sir. He is the first SEBI registered investment advisor from North Karnataka with over 15 years of experience in stock market and financial education. He has worked in top companies to founding his own equity school. His journey is worth listening to. So let's dive in. So on behalf of KLE BBA Dharwad, I welcome you, sir.
Thank you so much for having me.
So, sir, how did you get started in like trading, like stock market? Like, what made you choose this career?
Probably it's just the numbers, the thrill of understanding the numbers. I started quite young at the age of probably 17 and a half, 18, where I used to see this, TV beaming this breaking news. So it just, generated curiousness, what is it? So I just started probably, with my father's PAN card and, asked him to invest some money. So that's where my journey began when I was in probably UC2 or, my first year of degree during that period.
So, sir, who were your mentors or what influenced you?
I don't know. It's just the numbers probably, I was more interested in. And also the fact that I wanted to be a businessman and entrepreneurship was kind of the dream I always had. So, yes, both the things went hand in hand, like trying to understand what these companies do, what's the share, how market goes up, what's the stock price going up, about all these things. So that curiosity probably was my first motivation. That curiosity led me to explore more and more things, and that's where my journey also started, and probably that gave in a way opened another path for me to start my career as well.
So, sir, what are your thoughts on current state of the stock market?
When you say stock market, basically there will be ups and downs, current state or past or future. We should not just be going that, if the markets are just going up, only then, it's good. I mean, you have to be robust. You have to be ready for both ups and downs. So probably if markets are going down in short term, and if you think market is not good, that's not the right way of analyzing it, basically. So, as per an Indian scenario, since India is a greatly developing economy and all the parameters are doing so well, I guess we are on path for major outperformance at a global level. So, if you're still not part of the stock market, I guess you're missing out something very big.
So, can you tell us about your journey from working in top companies to open your equity school?
Yeah. See, as I said, I always had this thought, clarity that I will be an entrepreneur or be my own boss in a way. So, the work I did, it was purely for experience. I was very clear in my mind that I'll have my own business at a certain age. So, to achieve that, I was told I need to have a master's degree, I need to have an experience. So probably I followed on those steps, the advice of some of my friends or family, and yeah, I guess that has helped a lot. And this is a simple journey. I decided to do something, and I'm just doing what I love.
Sir, could you please explain us about futures and options?
Oh, great. So we are jumping the basics, we are jumping equities and directly jumping to the derivatives. Great. Yeah, of course. I can understand why you are asking this question because the current trend, the Gen Z also, I can say, are more interested to learn about derivatives and options, especially because probably that's where there is a so-called quick bucks in that.
Yes.
Yeah, what I can say, I guess this time is not enough to explain about futures and options. It's very complex, But in short, I can just tell you this: for trading in futures and options, you need to have your core basics strong. Okay, like when we say futures or options, basically these are derivative contracts. So I'm sure you have studied in your degree as well. Basically, derivatives are basically it's derived from certain value of an underlying asset. So what is that underlying asset? You should understand the nature of the underlying asset first. If I'm talking of derivatives in Indian stock market, or say a company, you can just take some Infosys or a TCS or any XYZ, without naming. If I want to trade in futures and options of that company, I would rather understand the stock movement, performance, of that company's basically first. And only then it would be wiser to trade and get into derivatives. So many students come to us. They directly want to start their journey in options trading, while they are not aware of any basic concepts first. So I might not be sounding very popular or cool, but before you even discuss about futures and options, I would rather request the youngsters to learn about the core concepts of finance first, then the concepts of investments, then concepts of stock markets, equities, what is equity share in particular, and then try to understand how fundamentals works, technical works, and then probably you can jump into the futures and options category. If you skip this, it's just like directly jumping onto college without completing your primary or secondary. The end result would be a disaster. So I'm not trying to frighten anyone, but I've seen most people lose money, and the biggest reason for losing money is lack of knowledge and experience. And that comes from strengthening your core first. Like that's the basics.
It's like my friend had a question asked that 90% of futures and options are going in losses. So yeah, that explains now
Of
what's
course.
the reason.
I mean, it's not just about futures and options or stock market. You do any business in this current scenario, you are likely to fail if you are not strong at the core. If you don't understand the basic business or the idea or the implementation plan. So any business you start today, you're likely to fail if you're not good at the base. So yes, same concept works here. Many people are trading in options since years together. I got a client last week. Sir, I want to get trained, to make profits on daily basis. I said, okay, what are your thoughts? Like we just try to understand the client first. So I am trading from options, like in options from many years, almost 7, 8 years, but I'm somehow not able to make money. So this guy is trading in options from 7 years. I simply asked him one question: Can you define options? And he couldn't answer it. Like you're doing a certain XYZ business, and can you explain your business? If someone asks you and you are not able to explain, that means probably you don't deserve to do that business in first place. So, to answer to your question, 90% of the people lose money simply because they're not aware of the basics. Yes.
How do you see the role of financial education evolving in India?
It's a great question. But see, everything should start, when as a kid, when we are young, if we are taught certain things at a young age, probably that comes into, our evolution or, mental brain development. Unfortunately, I've seen this. We have a very good education system, but we do. That's my personal opinion that most of our life, even including my own experience, we have been taught to save, taught to save money. Like if your parent gives you 100 bucks, we are asked to save 50 rupees and spend 50 rupees. And most of our education, like, is like, I interview more than 150 students for, hiring process. And more than 90% of the students, when I ask them why you're doing MBA, why you're taken up a BBA or any course for that matter, most people answer is, sir, to get a decent job. So you can understand, either we are training our kids or to either save money or try to get a job. So the mindset itself, what happens here is like you're programmed in a way not to take a risk. Like you're saving. So it's like you're not taking risk of investing. I mean, nobody, I mean, I've come across hardly few parents who encourage their kids to do investing. Right. You cannot grow your wealth by saving. You can grow your wealth only by investing. You can't earn 3% or 4% interest on a savings account and build a wealth, expect to build a wealth. Right. So financial education starts from there, from home, where I guess I think parents should teach their kids to take a certain amount of calculated risk in their life. And instead of trying to save all the time, probably you could use an alternate option of even investing, trying to teach students how to invest at an early stage. I think from there we should start our financial education from the house or even at a school level. And then probably at college, they would have already learned a lot of things. I'm happy that now many people, with the advent of Instagram and YouTube and all the social media platforms, there is an awareness, but at the same time, there is also a tendency of getting, scammed by many people. It's simply because of lack of strong financial education. If somebody promises, I'm going to give you 10%, 20%, 50% guaranteed returns, and, we just give into such kind of, marketing gimmicks. That if that should not happen, then you need to have a strong financial education. So I guess hopefully youngsters will take interest in learning about that.
I wanted to ask you, what advice would you give people who are going to invest in future now? Or
And future means the future or the future like derivatives.
students who are going to
Investing is a process which cannot be stopped because as we grow as a country, we are growing. Investment is going to be a part of your life because you are earning say 9 to 5 or whatever timings. You certainly earn and save certain money. If you want to have a financial freedom 20, 30 years down the line, 40 years down the line, if you want to have or you want to even beat the inflation for that matter, you need to invest. That's the only option. You cannot keep money at home, or you cannot expect the banks to give you enough interest to beat the inflation over a period of time. So the only option is to invest, and the sooner you start, it's better. But having said that, you should also learn the concepts of investing or have a professional advice, before you start your journey.
So we'll have a rapid fire. So, what's the first stock you ever bought?
Yeah, I remember it was a bank called Centurion Bank. It was trading around 15, 16 rupees in the early 2000s. As a kid, I felt with 5,000 I can buy many shares, so I used to trade in, And now I see that tendency in many retail traders, just because the stock is trading at 10, 12, 15 rupees, they think, yeah, because I'll get too many shares, I'll get too much of profit, but it doesn't work. I realized that after probably, it was too late.
Your go-to trading platform?
I cannot name, but there are top very good discount brokers who are giving absolutely wonderful software. So you are free to choose any of them as per your convenience.
A trading mantra you live by?
I guess there are two things. One is build your core and then maintain the discipline. Most of the times we give in to the greed or frustration or basically the wrong trading psychology. So that discipline helps you to navigate this emotional imbalance which affects your trading journey.
Coffee or tea during trading hours?
I prefer water.
Okay. Your favorite sector to invest?
Nothing as such. भाव भगवान से जहाँ पे पैसा मिलता है उधर इन्वेस्ट करो.
Short term gains or long term gains?
As long as it's gains, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, so that's also.
Thank you so much.
Yes, that brings us to the end of episode 1 of It's Not Just a Talk Show. And a big thank you to Sandeep sir for giving your time.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, and thank you to our listeners and stay tuned. We'll come back again.